Oh yeah, it says
Yeah.
we're live.
Okay.
So what I need is the, oh, we can't do the share. Oh, maybe we can do the share.
Good.
Can you have a look on your device? Just have a look and see if they can see this. They need to be able to see that, don't they?
Let's have a look.
It says Jackie Hamilton is live now in 2020 reflex class.
Does it
Came up as a
Yeah.
notification.
Can I see the page? Yeah?
Yeah, it's on the page.
Great.
Oh, great. Great.
Okay. So hello. Hello everybody. We're trying something a little bit different. We're on Zoom recording session 4, but we also thought we'd try streaming it live on the Facebook page, which appears to be working. Hopefully you can see it and you can comment on it and ask questions. We're doing this just in case people can't get in on Sunday. There may be some of you that can't make it for various reasons, but also it's good to record these anyway for revision really, and doubling up on what we go through in class, just in case you can't concentrate at the time or for whatever reason. So what we're going to do is there's myself, Jackie and Natalie. We're going to go through session 4 now and take you through the content, so you're prepared for Sunday, or if you're not coming in, you can join in the activities from home, and then perhaps we can watch you do your practical in the afternoon. Jackie said that she's prepared to set up a Zoom with anybody that can't come in the afternoon from 1 o'clock for you to show her a treatment on somebody at home if you can't get in. So let us know if that's you. Okay, so if we start with reflexology session 4, we've got some worksheets to fill in, and we've got some reflexes, and we're talking about the consultation process, and that is something that Natalie and I will go through and demonstrate with you on Sunday. But also you have the video. You have the video on this Facebook page here to watch as well. So we're giving you plenty of resources here about the consultation process. So
just make sure I get sound.
Yeah. You should have put in Dropbox any case studies that you've started, or your practice treatments you should be doing. We'll give you more information on that on Sunday. We'll be giving you a proper brief on what exactly we expect you to do for your case studies. We have developed a new form for you, which we think works probably better than what you've got at the moment. So we'll go through that with you, and we'll record that as well, so that you'll have that to look at any stage. If you're not sure, there's FAQs on case studies in this section as well, which we'll go through as well. So if we scroll down,
Sorry, it just said my internet was unstable.
so we scroll down. Jackie's got the pointer. So what we're going to do here is look at the reflexes. If you couldn't do this online on your computer, you can print these pages off and draw on them. That's absolutely fine to do that. So on here it says on the right foot, mark up the various reflexes. So you should have drawn on the foot that's on the left. That is the client's right foot. All right, so hopefully you got that right. So Jackie's going to tell you where everything is now with the pointer.
Right. Well, this is their right foot. So that's the hypothalamus at the top, as you know. The pituitary, whorl of the big toe. The neck and thyroid along here. Shoulder is here in this triangle. Whoops. Sinuses is all the toes. And the eye in the ear, there's the eye on the pad, and there's the ear, and there's the ear eye helper along here.
Okay. And then the next one, we've got the knee, chest, thymus and nose.
So the knee is a triangle here on both feet, obviously. The chest, here's the chest in this here. Whoops. So this is the chest along the front. The thymus is that bumpy bit there. And the nose is the bumpy bit at the side of the big toe.
Lovely. So hopefully you got all those right. We'll slip these reflex tests in every now and again, but we'll also ask you when you're actually on people's feet to point out where the reflexes are as well. So you get used to showing us in class where the reflexes are. So today's session mainly is about communication and the consultation process, which we haven't really gone over very much. We've just thrown you in at the deep end, really, and asked you to get on with looking at the consultation form and asking a few questions on there. But we start to go over it in a little bit more detail and help you out here a bit more. So when your client phones you, that's often the first point of contact, so actually when they ring you rather than when they come in and see you. So it's quite important to take that as the first part of the consultation. So this is when you would find out why they're coming for reflexology and what they hope to gain from the treatment and whether it is safe for them to receive a treatment. It's always a good idea to get those basics covered on the phone before to prevent wasted time of your client coming in and then finding out for some reason you can't treat them, or they've misunderstood what reflexology is, or their expectations are too high. They might be expecting you to diagnose them or cure them. So that's the time on the phone where you can sort that out. And then if they want to book an appointment, you can begin to establish a therapeutic relationship with them by completing the consultation form at the beginning of their first appointment. So an initial consultation must be arranged before the treatment carried out, and this is the time in which you get to know your client, reassure that everything will be confidential. That's really important. I would say that verbally, but also have it written somewhere on your form that it is confidential. It's where you take their personal details and their medical history. Take their find out about their contraindications. Have they got any? Are they serious contraindications? Are they medical ones, or are they a local contraindication that you can work around? If they've got a contraindication, you then need to consider whether they need GP's permission or an informed consent. You need to find out why they are coming for a treatment. It might just be pure relaxation, or it might be a specific reason. Find out what they hope to gain from the treatment. So again, is it just relaxation, or are they looking for help with a particular symptom of a condition that they have? Is it stress? It's important to find out what they want to gain from the treatment so that you can plot progress and establish your treatment plan. This is also where you discuss their lifestyle and give appropriate advice if you're qualified to do so. We cover that in more detail with you throughout the course, but basically you act within your training. So if you're not a qualified counsellor or a qualified dietitian, you're not going to give them very specific advice, but you can give them some general advice. And also, if you need to refer to another practitioner, would you prefer that they see somebody else first before you treat them? Or it could also be a referral where you can still treat them, but you can refer them perhaps for help in another area that you can't help with. Okay, so they're the main points that you need to cover in your initial consultation. And then it's also a time where you can openly and confidentially discuss their health and lifestyle. People will only discuss as much as they feel they want to with you, and especially on a first treatment, often they won't disclose or discuss too much. But sometimes as they get to know you, the more treatments they have with you and they get to trust you, and they might discuss more with you. Learn what what a reflexology treatment involves and its limitations. That's down to you to explain what the limitations of a reflexology treatment are. You know what the benefits are because that's part of the early training and the early sessions, the benefits, and also you've done your history project, so you'll know what the history is on that. You can demonstrate it to them. You can demonstrate what the treatment involves. You can show them a foot chart. You can show them, if you've got a plastic foot, you can show them what you're going to do on the foot and explain how the treatment's going to go. This is where they learn about any possible reactions and how to reduce the likelihood. So this is where your aftercare comes in, and the knowledge of reactions and that sort of thing. So you can explain that to them. There's no surprises. And then give them a chance to ask any questions. That's really important. You've got your list of questions that you might want to ask them, but they might have some for you. So always give them an opportunity at some point to ask any questions about the treatment. And then completing the consultation form, the essential information that you need. Obviously your form does help you with this, but when you're designing your own form, you need to make sure that you have room for all of these things. So personal details, obviously, because you need to be able to contact them. And this is a legal document that you've got here that can be used in the case of insurance claims, that sort of thing. So the personal details need to be accurate. You need a space for all to discuss all their health issues. Obviously, tick boxes are great. You can have tick boxes, but you also need somewhere where you can expand on their health issues. Why they want reflexology, their lifestyle, their medical history, medication, their family's medical history, because often people can be prone to the same conditions within their family, and also their way of thinking. So how do they feel about their general health? How are they looking after themselves? Are they doing any self-care? That sort of thing. That's important to have somewhere for notes. Anything that isn't on the form, you could ask them, is there anything on the form that isn't on the form that affects your health or that you'd like to discuss? So you can have a box for that as well. And then we go on to formulating the treatment plan, which is what we've just got started really with. You've been learning the routine today. That is the main thing. But now you can start your case studies. Natalie and I will be coming around in the class and helping you to formulate your treatment plan. If you haven't done this before, which obviously you haven't, that's why you're here training, you'll need some help with this. So after taking the consultation, you need to formulate a treatment plan to ensure that you give your client the best possible treatment. You will need to discuss the following with your client, and we will help you in the class to establish it, a suitable plan for your client on the day. So important is your client's objectives. What's important to them? What do they hope to gain? And then there's the therapist's objectives, what I want to help with. You might be looking at their main concern, but you might also be looking at other things, more subtle things that might have cropped up on the consultation form. The primary problems to be addressed. This might be a main presenting condition that's been going on for a long time, or it might be something that's more current. It might be something that's actually bothering them on the day. So you might need to look at something that's bothering them that day, say back pain, something like that, or the fact that they're not sleeping. The medium to be used, so a choice of what you're actually going to use. We've been using corn flour, not talc, on the feet, and also the waxes, and there's balms, there's creams, all kinds of things you can use. And you would look at the clients, perhaps the dryness of their feet or something might help you to establish what you're going to use on that client. The length of treatment, generally a full treatment will be about 45 minutes. There may be times when you need to shorten that. So if your client is particularly vulnerable, elderly, a child, you might want to change the length of your treatment. The frequency of treatments, that's down to how often they can come, availability, need. Sometimes you might want to do somebody once a week because they've got a very acute problem, and really down to arrangements between you and time of day, that sort of thing. So that's very, very personal. But once a week is fine. Once a month is fine. You could do them every day if you wanted to, but ideally, sort of weekly to monthly is general.
Yeah, this come up with a couple of with the student the other day about daily. It's not going to show much progress, but really to be realistic, and that say in the normal world you're on holiday with another family and you could do their feet every day, then do that. Because people become ill, they let you down, they do, you know, life is busy for everybody. So if you've got some feet, do it.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah. Especially when you're doing your case studies, you just sort of want to get on with them, and your 60 other treatments as well. You need your hands on feet as much as possible, because you never know, like Jackie says, you never know when people might let you down or go on holiday or become too ill for treatment. Okay, so this is the case study information, which we will go through in a lot more detail when we go through the forms on Sunday. But basically, you know now that you've got 100 treatment evidences. 60 of those are your practice treatments. So they can be short treatments, partial treatments, anytime you can get your hands on somebody that may not be a case study client of yours. So that's 60, and they continue right up to the end of the course, just before your exam. So you've got plenty of time. The case studies, there are 40. That's 10 people 4 times. So you need to find 10 people to be your case studies, and you can do a student in class. Do I use the person's full real name on the forms? No, they're always anonymous, so it's either initials or first name only, and this is to protect their confidentiality. Do clients have to sign the consultation form? Now, normally we would say yes, but in today's environment with COVID, we're generally not using very much paper, and you're getting your consultations done digitally anyway, so you can sign on your client's behalf on that one. So we'll go through the case studies in much more detail on Sunday, and we'll go through the forms that we'll be providing you with. There will be an example of a case study. I know Janice, I think, asked about that. There will be an example, and there will also be a template. So it'll be made a lot more easy for you to follow, because there's a template with all the headings in. You go in and you fill that in, and you'll know that you've covered everything that we expect you to. So we'll start that on Sunday, and then after session 4 we've got the reflective journal again, which some of you might want to fill. I'm sure most of you will feel stressed by Sunday, and after. So yeah, fill that in after the class, and we're trying to give you as much help as possible online at the moment and on the Facebook page, so please use it. Please dip in and out of it as and when you need to, and ask any questions on the Facebook page. We'll answer you, and then everybody can see the answer. Okay. There's only one more thing to cover from today, and that was the boxes that you were asked to do, which was musculoskeletal. And I believe Natalie has the answers to that one for you. So she will just go through that, and there will have been a test in your folder as well. So make sure you've done the test, and we've popped the answers in there for you on that test as well. So Natalie will just go through the musculoskeletal boxes with you.
Now, Dawn, yeah.
Yeah.
So, so the musculoskeletal, you find the answers in this on page 250 on your Ruth Hull book. So the first one is neck pain. The description for that would be discomfort, injury, wear and tear, or tension, muscular nerves are affected. The direct reflex would be neck and cervical spine. You just have to give 2 associated reflexes. I'll give you some more so you can choose which you would think yourself as the associated. So it would be brain, adrenals, solar plexus, arm, entire spine and relaxation. The condition lower back pain, that's if the client has got discomfort or injury, again, wear or tear, could be lordosis, muscular, could be arthritis. The direct reflex would be the entire spine, but your focus would be lumbar, sacral and coccyx. And associated reflexes is brain for pain, the adrenals, solar plexus, pelvis area, sciatic area, and the SI joint. The condition for pain in the elbow, that's if there could be like inflammation in there. Your client might have golfer's elbow or tennis elbow, or just knocked it. The direct reflex is elbow, and associated reflexes would be adrenals, shoulder, neck, or arm. That's it for the musculoskeletal doll. You're on mute.
Yeah, so that's the boxes, and it's an exercise that we go through for you to fill the boxes in, but that is there to help you with your treatment plan as well. So say your client had tennis elbow, like Natalie was just saying, those boxes help you to establish your treatment plan so that you know that you're going to definitely work on the elbow, but if there's pain, you're going to work on the brain. If there's inflammation, you're going to work on the adrenal. And then there's associated reflexes that link into the elbow, so like the shoulder or perhaps even the neck. So that's what the boxes are there for, is to help you to establish your treatment plan. So which reflexes you're going to work on, and that Natalie and I will be helping you that in class all the time. So when you're doing your consultation, we'll come round and ask you what's your client's problem, and then we can help you elaborate on your treatment plan so that you get used to how to put it all together.
Because that's the thing, isn't it? We're treating holistically, aren't we? We're not treating a problem as well.
Yeah.
So it's looking at just not the elbow. It could be something up or down, north or south of the elbow, couldn't it?
Yeah, definitely. It could be referred from somewhere else. So yeah, and that we always treat the brain with pain, because that's where we experience pain, is actually in the brain, not so much in the area. It's the signal that's sent to the brain. And there's also the adrenals for any inflammation. So later on we might show you some extra techniques to help with pain as well, but it's early days yet, so we'll get you on with the basic routine to start with and get your techniques right and get you thinking about your treatment plan and that sort of thing. So yeah, good.
Oh well, we hope that's been useful, and that will save those that can't come will know what Dawn is covering. And also there's a lot more that she will be talking about with the case studies. The case studies isn't done in one class. This will be ongoing. So there is more information, but this really helps to give you an idea ahead of time, and we look forward to seeing you on Sunday.
Yeah.
I've got to find out how to stop.
Bye everybody. See you Sunday.
Stop. Okay.
It says